Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's session of Beacon Live Session. This is our Christian live stream series where we highlight and showcase the testimonies and journeys, as well as the music of our Christian musicians in Singapore. And today we have Mr. Mervin John here
Hello.
with us. Yeah, he's an amazing guitarist, arranger, producer, and we'll get into that later. So as you can see, it's two of us here starting off the show, and it'll be just the two of us today. So Miss Lou, who's usually hosting this session, she's not able to be here today because she's actually attending the orientation night for Awaken Generation, where she'll be taking their Chinese worship leading course. So yeah, and if you guys remember, Awaken Gen, for the past two sessions they have been here. So Miss Lou is there, so she can't be here today, so it'll just be both of us, and we actually plan for a lot more music for today. Yeah, about 5 songs which we will do as a full musical set towards the middle of the show. As we wait for more people to roam in, we're just gonna jump onto the comments. Daryl, nice to see you. He says good evening, Miss Lou. Yes, and Daniel, yes. So that's why I just wanted to share that it'll be just the two of us today. And maybe
I look a bit like Miss Lou.
yeah. In case people were wondering,
Yeah, just a different look.
yeah. So actually, this next week will actually be the last session for this season. This is actually season 2 of Beacon Live Session. We have really come a long way. 16 episodes, which has been quite crazy. Probably about 30 artists. Guests that have come on the show, and just so many amazing stories, and we've always felt rejuvenated after every Tuesday night, where we ourselves get to hear these testimonies and make music together. So it's been a wonderful time, but we are actually in the midst of some changes in our studio space, which we're going to announce down the road. So after next week, we're going to take a short break, and then we regroup for season 3, which would likely be in a slightly different format. So I'll share more about next week's guests later towards the end of the show, or maybe in this coming week. So we have Merv here, and we've known each other for probably a few years, but even then I don't think I know about your your story, your background, your journey. So I'm really looking forward today as well. So maybe Merv, we can start off with you sharing, were you always a Christian growing up?
I've had the privilege of growing up in a Christian household, a couple of generations as far as I know. But I think definitely had the chance to really grow in a household like that. But of course, I think with maybe so-called the downside of that is that you're so used to Christianity, you sometimes I have been in seasons where it's been autopilot. The faith has been autopilot. Yeah, but so there have been ups, there have been downs. Yeah, but in terms of religious upbringing, yes, Christian all the way. Yeah.
Very nice. And where did guitar start to take its place in your life?
Oh, okay. I think I'm a fairly late starter with guitar. I started in Sec 3, so 15 years old. I learned a bit of keyboards before that. Yeah, but actually I spent more of my time in drama growing up. So what happened was that when I was 15, in school at ACS, we were in the Christian fellowship then, and in that year that we were there, actually there so happened to be a bit of a musician drought for like organizing worship in that particular cohort. So a friend of mine and me picked up the guitar, and we pretty much had like 1 week to learn 4 chords.
Wow.
Yeah, because we just needed a guitar player the following week. Yeah, so couldn't really even strum. By the first time we played, everything was just downbeat, and I never knew that would start a journey with the instrument in that season. Yeah, so when I was 15.
Wow, very, very nice. And did you, after you started picking that up, did you play in church soon after, or?
I would think for about a year and a half, I was pretty much just playing in school in small fellowship groups. Then yes, I started playing in church for a while, very much doing acoustic guitar, strum and sing style. Uh, the relationship with the electric guitar was a lot later in my life. And to be honest, when I first picked it up, it was more because it was a tonally different instrument. So I would play the electric like I play a acoustic, rather than being a actual electric guitar player. Yeah, so that was the development.
Yeah.
I started with classical though.
Wow.
My first lessons were actually two grades worth of classical guitar.
Wow. But I
Yeah,
guess
so-
that's good foundation.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
helped quite a bit actually. Yeah.
Yeah. And after that, picking up guitar and serving in church a bit, what was your, maybe if you would mind sharing, what was your journey after university?
Okay. So I did uni locally. And then after that, when I graduated and I was looking to apply for a job, there was a period of 6 months from the time of graduation to the turn of the year, basically. So to cut a very long story short, for every job interview that I went for, somehow something didn't go through. Like something was not happening. So after a while, I began to notice that it was a bit unusual. And so I went to seek the Lord, and there was a meeting at church, most random meeting, and I was leading worship, and there was a prophet there. It was a prayer meeting, and I think just before he started the altar call time and all of that, he suddenly turned around to the stage, looked at me, and said, "You just need to go. You need to go." And now, in context, the first question that came to mind was, "Go where?"
Yeah.
Right? Because it was like I didn't know what he was saying. I just thought I'm gonna work, just like a good old career life. Yeah. So now, once again, cutting a really long story short, what happened was, I think a couple of days later, I went to the church was just kind of starting out with a bit of Hillsong music. Right. So I went to the website of Hillsong to look for a chord chart for one of the songs that was going to be sung, and on the website, it said International Leadership College under one of the tabs. And so when I clicked on it, I will never forget that moment, because I just had an inclination. It wasn't a voice of the Lord. It wasn't anything. Just felt correct somehow in my heart of hearts. Yeah. Within 4 days, got onto a plane with my mum, went to Sydney. Totally new to the church. The church actually was closed that day. We slept in the car park because the flight arrived early, waited till 5 o'clock, and they told us there was going to be a youth meeting. So we went for the youth meeting, which was called Powerhouse, which is part of what we know today as United, Hillsong United. So but when I was in that youth meeting, I just knew this was something. So it was such a fast stretch, because from what the Hillsong culture was to what I was growing up with, within the span of a web page, and the style of music was just so far. Yeah, so that's what happened after uni. So I went there, total step of faith, for 2 years, and I spent 2 years in Sydney. Yeah, then after that, came back and worked 12 years as a full-time worship person. Yeah.
Wow. So in those 2 years, that course, what is it called, or what did it entail at Hillsong?
Okay, I may not be accurate now, because it's been 15 years since I've been there. But at the point of time that it was there, it was known as Worship and Creative Arts. Yeah. So I went there for a 2-year diploma course.
So what did you, do there, study there?
Well, I would say that about 70 to 80% was still very much the Bible, like Bible college subjects and things like that. And then of course, they give you a bit of a focus on your stream, your chosen instrument, and things like to serve, right? So there's a very nice practical element to it. So when I went there, I think, can't tell you that I was passionate about the electric guitar, but I thought, why not? So I thought if I was going to progress in anything, I wouldn't mind picking up. I had just been tinkering around with electric, like I told you, right? Playing it more like acoustic. Yeah, but I would think the 2 years defined a lot of my early experiences with electric guitar.
And I think the first time you shared this to me, I was really shocked, that 70-80% would be, like Bible study modules. I thought it would be
Music
70
college.
Yeah, like a lot more
Yeah, Christian
practical
Berkeley.
time. But
Yeah.
why do you think they had to spend so much time on the Bible?
Well, I think because worship is still first and foremost, I mean, it's well known that worship's not about the music. Yeah, and I think it is very true that after a while, music in itself can be quite empty if it doesn't have a full-on God-focused, a sanctified heart. So I think that's exactly why. Yeah, you could be a good musician, but it's still a different thing to be a worshiping musician.
Yeah. Wow, that was really because I grew up listening to Hillsongs, and the music is so good, the level of musicianship is so good. So I think in my mind I always thought that they'll just be like shedding on their instruments, like 12 hours a day. But it's just very eye opening for me when I first found out that it's actually so Bible centric in that sense.
And when I was there, I think one thing that I really took away, and I think it'll be very much still today for all the cohorts that are over there right now. But the thing that was very real to me is that they are all in their own right very professional, many are humble. In fact, if you just judge them by 4 chords that they play on a Sunday, you might totally miss the fun because they probably could do a lot more. But they know how to bring what is necessary. Yeah, so I loved that experience. Yeah, really did. Yeah.
And I think probably when you were there, that was probably my favorite era, of Hillsong songs. And for me, that era still can't be beaten. Was that early 2000s?
Yes, 2004 and 2005.
That
was the time. That was the time.
Yeah, I remember I was in JC that time probably.
Okay.
And I actually went for one of the Hillsong, like shows in Singapore.
Here?
Yeah,
Okay,
when they came here. Yeah, it's just an amazing experience. And I think you also mentioned before that you actually got to play with them.
Yep.
And so maybe you want to share a bit about that experience.
Yeah. When I was there, well, by total chance, I won't get into the process of how that happened, but I got to know 2 people in particular who were very active. One was a guy called Ray Badham, who wrote songs like Magnificent and things like that, right? You love
I love that song. Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up doing my internship hours with him, kind of like one of his assistants, helping to run stuff and all that. But through the course of that, also I got to know another friend who people will probably still recognize today, a guy by the name of Nigel Hendroff. He's an electric guitarist there with dreadlocks, and he's just known for his dreadlocks. So I was with him very much through that 2 years as well, and I think I was there. So for the 2 years, somewhere towards the end of my first year, I think 10 months in, I got a call from Nigel, and he asked are you available to serve? For service. So I was like, I wasn't sure because first and foremost, I was a trainee electric guitarist. Really, really felt very inadequate. Fairly poor Bible college student, so couldn't afford a lot of equipment. But he gave me a chance. There was a roster lag. There were people who couldn't make it that Sunday morning. So I had been playing a little bit in the smaller venues at the church, like college. I just started the men's ministry. But it was quite a fast track. Within a month or 2, I was playing for the service. Yeah, but it was a real, that I think really changed my experience set for about 1 year and 2 months, because you play with people, and I think more than the music itself was the stories behind the people that I got to hang out with backstage. Really hearing heartbeats, and it was a really good experience.
Wow. So I can imagine that Sunday you probably played many services, right? Or is it just...
No, that was that time it was 2 Sunday morning services. I can't remember the timing. Yeah, but I know I reached church at 6 a.m. for sound check area. So
is that the norm? For people serving,
if I'm not wrong, it was 6:15 back in the day. I don't know what it is now. Yeah, but it was 6:15 or 6:30 around.
And even at that point, how many people do you think were in one service? Thousands?
They had already built the convention center, so the morning services, I think about 3,000 per service. Then the Sunday evening service would be quite full, so that's about 5 5 to
Wow.
6,000. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So
Yeah.
what were, aside from the, listening to the stories and the heart of the other musicians in the band, like musically, what do you think you took away that you still apply now?
Well, given that the era was very driven by Coldplay, Snow Patrol, Brit rock, I think my early influences were very much two note riffs, but with delays and reverbs and things like that. So that was very much my sound. I mean, over the years, I think I've definitely evolved into more genres, but that was kind of my start. So what I've taken away is that you don't really need to play a lot for people to encounter God. It's a very interesting thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I think there's also a difference between playing and choosing the right note.
Yeah.
And then the choosing the right note can also be a moment of just natural skill. It can also be a moment of anointing. So like in prophetic worship, sometimes the Lord will put a particular phrase in your spirit.
Yeah.
And then somehow at the end of the service, somebody will tell you, hey, those 4 notes, they just broke a chain in my life.
Wow.
So and to be honest, in some of those moments that I've played it, I never thought that that'll be the first choice of a riff or the notes I would choose. Yeah, but I think that's one of the markers of prophetic worship, that God aligns the music to the purpose that you will never really know where it goes. Yeah. So I really appreciated all of that.
Wow, and I think that's a good reminder for myself, even whether it's secular music or church music, or even if there are people watching who are serving a church now, I guess it's always to go back to that, that smallest point, first and most important point, like why are we there on that stage, in front of the church? Like, is it to showcase our amazing ability, which I think, God gave us a talent and we should expound on that and play great, because, I'm not sure if you heard this, but some people, I ask them like, oh, you play the guitar or you play the keyboard? And it's like, yeah, no, I just play in church, I'm not great, I just play in church, and then, but, why is it that, you just reach a decent level and then that's good enough to serve, but, so, but also then on the other hand is what is the true, meaning of worship, and for me, I think is to help the congregation, and of course myself, because I'm worshiping at the same time, but to draw close to God and to facilitate their worship of Him, and
so true, man.
It could be a chord with 2 fingers, on the keyboard, and that might be enough, and the past 2 sessions with Awakened Generation, I've got to just talk to more of the guys there, especially Alaris, and because sometimes I struggle with that, even on the piano, we know these songs by heart, and I over this year I've just been trying to think a bit more, like, not try to think theoretically, like which voicing, how to play the chord, how can I color the chords, but to really try to feel like God's leading in that sense. And somehow I feel like, a lot of times I sound better than I thought, just by letting it go and just feeling it.
I know, right?
And it's been a blessing for me as well. Because coming from an improvisational background, and sometimes we always like, okay, can I try something today? But that's just my brain, working. So I think that's a great reminder for myself, and even on the saxophone. I mean, we can play 800 notes in 1 minute, but what, I always have to dig deep and ask myself, when I do something, what's the purpose?
That's when you
behind
engage in
it?
spiritual warfare, right? 800 notes in 1 minute.
Yeah,
That's it, man. All the demons will fly away.
Yeah, but I'm so glad that that's a good reminder for all of us, and thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
And before we go into our whole set of music that we prepared, maybe we can hear a bit more about. So after that 2 years, with Hillsong, when you felt a prompting to come back to Singapore.
Yeah.
You want to share a bit more about that?
So there were opportunities to stay back in Sydney, and I guess make Sydney home and see what would happen there. Yeah, definitely. But at that point of time, the Lord just kind of called me back. and I came back, and through the course of that, the church that I was growing up in, my youth is Grace Methodist,
Yeah.
right? So the leaders at that point of time got wind that I was coming back, so they thought, oh, why not? Let's create a worship position. Yeah, so I was back in December of 2005, 1st January 2006. Started.
Wow.
I remember coming back, going for a church camp, and within 2 weeks I was working. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah, so that was that, and 12 years, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful church. And so I did 12 years of full time, and then was in a very comfortable place, to be honest. But then once again, after 12 years, I felt the Lord saying that you need to leave the full time capacity. So I did. Took a year break in 2018. Yeah, then in 2019, in 2018 I got a chance to visit churches, just different churches around. Yeah. Then 2019 and before COVID came around in 2020, I was doing a bit more freelance worship consulting and training. So that's what happened. But I mean through the course of the 12 years or so, one person that really I got to meet and I think was divine is this guy, Pastor Andrew Yo from Cornerstone. Yeah, and I think we met within 3 months of me coming back from Sydney.
Okay.
So I was in Singapore. It was a cold call. I think there was a youth conference in Singapore called Ignite, and he needed electric guitarists. So cold call, just went, and ever since that one worship event, we've been good friends and played a lot of things together locally. Yeah. So with him, I've done some of the local projects, Festival of Praise, Jubilee Day of Prayer. Last year it was The Blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video. Yeah, so we did all of that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
good fun,
amazing. Yeah, and we're definitely going to talk more about that and what you've been up to this past few years. But I think now is a good time for us to play some music for you guys. We've never, ever played together.
That's true.
So this is going to be a really blessed time. And I just wanted to say hi to a few people. Hiroki, nice to see you. Yes, nice to catch up here on this show. Mr. Heng, nice to see you. Happy Chinese New Year. Yes, I hope you guys are still in the New Year mood. And we have Tap Tap. Hello, nice to see you. And if you guys have any questions as well for Merv regarding anything with his experiences in Hillsong, or just worship, creative arts, and his 12 years being full-time in this ministry, just let us know. We're happy to just have a bit more intimate chill session, take your questions, and I think that would be fun as well. And if you guys are currently serve in church, let us know what instrument you play, which church you're in. It'd be just great to see that. And we have Ashley.
Hey, Ashley, hi.
Ashley says, long time no see.
She was my classmate in Hillsong.
Wow, nice. Is she based in...
hey, are you in Singapore now? Can you say yes?
So Ashley can let us know where you're based now.
She was in KL. Yeah,
wow, wonderful.
Oh, it is Ashley. Hello.
Wow. Yeah, that's the amazing thing about live streams.
Yeah, man.
And we get to, just connect globally. So nice to see you, Ashley. Yeah, let us know where you're based now and what you've been up to. It'd be nice to hear from you. Thank you for being here at the stream. And if you guys are new to the stream, you can share it on your social media as well. And we have Simon.
Hey, bro.
Simon Pua, nice to see you. And Ashley says she's in KL.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Moving to Singapore this year, hopefully.
Call me when you're back.
Yeah.
Can go for coffee.
Yeah. Wow. Very nice. Just as we were talking about, all the history of Hillsong.
Yeah.
And so that's so great. And we prepared 5 songs today for you, and it's mostly old songs.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know. I just gravitate towards those, old classics, and many of them I haven't played in years, and I think maybe for Merv as well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do 5 songs straight as a full set, and let's see, what should we start off with?
What
first?
are you feeling, man?
I think let's do There Is None Like You.
Okay.
I really love this tune, and we were talking before during soundcheck, like it's it's neither a hymn nor a really contemporary song. It's just somewhere in the middle there, but still a good classic, right? Hope you guys will enjoy this song.
Yeah.
All right, that was There Is None Like You. Hope you guys recognize this old classic. I think the meaning and the melody is just simple but so powerful as
Yeah.
well. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that tune. And I think the next tune I'm gonna do is something slightly more contemporary. And this one is a tune called Hosanna, and probably a few years old already, or
Yeah.
even more. Yeah, so definitely the newest out of the lot that we have here today. But yeah, I think this is from Hillsong, right?
It is.
Yeah, so really love this tune, and probably first heard it in church, you know, during worship. And yeah, I think just really powerful lyrics, and I hope you guys will if you guys want to check out the lyrics, you can just type it in on your device, and you can sing along, if you want to. So this is our instrumental version of Hosanna.
awesome.
All right, that was our instrumental version of Hosanna, and it's been just something that I've been wanting to do for a long time ever since I released my Hillsong instrumental album. That is to just keep recording more instrumental tunes that hopefully would be just enjoyable for Christians and non-Christians alike. And I think there are probably a handful of people worldwide that are just actively putting out Christian instrumental saxophone tunes. So I feel like that's been my calling. Never was interested in like shedding and just playing crazy stuff, but just play melodies that I enjoy well. And I think that the first album has been such a blessing, and to receive the comments and the emails from people who've heard it, and so I'm just gonna keep recording more. This is definitely gonna be one of them.
Oh, do it, man.
Yeah, thank you so much thank you Merv, for playing this, and we're just literally jamming it out, and
We are.
having fun with
plan.
it.
Just to go.
And just feeling God's presence here.
Yeah.
And we have Edgar. Nice to see you, Edgar.
Hi,
He
Edgar.
says enjoying, and Ashley. Thank you so much, Ashley. We have 3 more songs to go. So the past few episodes, actually, because of many different guests. Like last week, we have 3 guests from Awakened Generation, so we didn't have that much time for music. But actually, live music is a big part of this live stream series. So I'm glad today we can do more songs. And let's see, the next song I'm gonna do, actually talking about that Hillsong instrumental album. Maybe Shane can help me to drop the link in the comments. Spotify link. 10 songs, 10 of my favorite songs from Hillsong Church. And this is actually, I think, the first song of the album. It's called So You Would Come. Same thing. I actually never knew it was a Hillsong, original, because just grew up in church singing it, and it's just so powerful to know that just God had everything planned out before, and he knows our journey. No matter what we go through, he's there with us. And and I'd like to dedicate this song also to Ruben, who's watching. I know Ruben loves the saxophone, and he plays the guitar as well. So this goes out to Ruben as well. Hope you guys enjoy this tune. It's called So You Would Come, and and the link to the Hillsong album that I recorded is in the comments already, so you can check it out. So here's So You Would Come.
Awesome.
was. So you would come going out to Ruben, who's actually right there behind the camera. Thank you so much. That's a song that, and I just remembered actually, in the church I grew up with, we actually went for several mission trips, and this was actually one of like the songs that were, a big part of our missions department. Yeah, so I had a lot of friends from my previous church who said that they really, this song brings back all the memories of all the preparation and being in especially Thailand. Yeah, I think we went quite a few times on mission trips. So yeah, this is a song that brings back all those memories.
Amazing.
Yeah. Edgar, nice to see you, Edgar. Yes, Edgar is from Costa Rica. That's an amazing thing. We usually have friends from Japan, KL, the US, Costa Rica. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
And worship our God. Yes, I hope that is our, our worship, to God through our instruments. So thank you so much. And Mr. Heng, thank you so much for the kind comments. And we have how many more songs? 2 more songs? Yeah, 2 more songs. And the next one I'm gonna do is also an old classic that I've never played live before. This one is called "Give Thanks," and if the title sounds familiar, it's actually recently it got really famous. Yeah, because there's this like video going around of this person playing it on a soprano saxophone, like horrendously.
Oh.
Yeah. So have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. I have to show you after that. You won't hear the song the same way.
It's not edifying.
It's
not edifying.
Unfortunately,
You can't give
yeah,
thanks
but I
after
guess God's ears are really good. So if he can handle the atonal part, so yeah, okay, I have to show you later. But this is as the term suggests, I'm just always just trying to remember all the blessings that God has given me, and not take anything for granted. So ever since I was young, this has been that that anthem. Despite things, we're not saying that things will always go right, just because we pray or or we worship with these songs, but he God has a plan, and just trying our best to be thankful in every step of the way, and all the blessings He's given us. So I hope this song, for those who know it, will remind you of that message. And hope you guys enjoy this. was a song called "Give Thanks." Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Merv, again for playing
No,
that.
it's good.
I don't think I've really played this song ever with guitar. Yeah, because in the church I grew up
Yeah.
in, it's just piano and organ.
So I hope that was okay.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
it's nice and refreshing actually. Yeah, so my mom is here in the stream. Thank
Oh.
you so much. And we have Sean.
Sean, what's up, bro?
Cool.
What's up?
Nice. Nice that you're connecting with
Yeah,
old friends,
old friends, yeah.
through the stream. Thank you so much for being here in our stream. And this is actually episode 16. And so if you guys want to check out all the past episodes, it's all on this YouTube channel. You can subscribe and check out all the past episodes. You will see that I actually haven't been putting out anything as other than these streams. It's just something that it's somehow ever since we started this stream, just like secular music seemed to have just gone down on a priority. Yeah, just rather spend time.
But thanks for doing this, man.
No,
Thanks for doing it. Yeah.
Thank you for coming and just great to hear your stories, and it's been great inspiration as well. And let's we have one last song. And this one is also quite a classic by now. It's called "In Christ Alone," and same thing. The songs I chose today is just to just remind us, that we have God in our lives, and and just need to keep building that intimate relationship with Him, so that we can hear from Him, journey with Him. And I hope you guys will enjoy the last song we have for this set. And before we carry on hearing more about what Merv has been busy with these few days, so but this is a tune called "In Christ Alone." Alright, there was a tune called
Amazing.
In Christ Alone. And you know, Merv,
Such a
since you are
beautiful-
here, I've been enjoying playing with you so much. You know, I just felt like doing one more song. I
Let's
think
do
this
it.
one should be familiar to you. It's a song called Still. You know, really, really a classic by now. But same thing, you know, the meaning behind it is gonna be endless. And yeah, this is a classic song called Still.
Yep.
Hope you guys will enjoy it. And here we go.
Okay. Yes. Oh, I love that song. Love it.
Right, yeah, that was a song called Still. And yeah, it's always just so nice to play, you know, with fellow musicians where, you know, we don't have to communicate much and just, you know, just feel the music and just go. So
Yeah.
I really had, I haven't played so many songs in a row in a long time. So hope you guys enjoyed that musical set. It was just songs that, you know, have been a big part of our lives. And we just wanted to share it with you in our own way, in our own versions. Viola Sen. I think those are emojis. I
okay.
think so. Yeah, it comes out like this on on StreamYard. Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Hey, nice to see you. Thank you so much. And we really I'm glad you're still playing your saxophone. You know, it's been nice hearing your covers as well. So thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it.
I'm really blessed because you have no idea how it feels like to be in the studio next to this guy. It's crazy. Like my hair is like standing. The presence, man. The presence.
Thank
bro.
you so much. Thank you. It's been
Oh
it's,
my
yeah,
goodness.
it's just a
Yeah.
blessed time. You know, I feel like I was
You
able
were
to
just-
let those songs out.
I
you
was
know.
like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So thank you so much, and Mr. Heng, thank you so much, and yeah, looking forward. You know, just before this during soundcheck, I was telling Murph like, yeah, I'm gonna pull him to do more music
Oh, what a
together
privilege.
this coming year. I think it's gonna be really really blessed. So thank you, Murph, once again for
Yep.
being here, and
Yep.
thank you for you guys who are tuning in on a Tuesday night. I'm sure you guys have many other things that you could occupy your time with, you know. But so I really appreciate you guys being here and listening to our music and
Yeah.
stories as well. Thank you so much, Chris. Hope you are doing great, and with your new dog, hope you are still playing the saxophone a lot. And yeah, you know, so where we left off before the musical
Yeah.
set was Murph. You left full-time service after 12 years in church,
yeah.
and you know, so what do you embark on after that?
So in 2019, 2020, I've been doing some consulting work for worship ministries. Yeah, so it's just that like there are so many trainers all over and they're doing amazing jobs. I thought I was kind of trying to figure out what I could contribute to the worship space
Yeah.
locally, especially in Singapore. And well, one of the things was that from my experience of being able to work with structures, work with team health, work with the dynamics of a team. Yeah, so I've had the privilege of like going to quite a number of churches now, conducting workshops, working with leadership teams to see how best they can steward and handle the people in their team. Yeah, because it's one thing to just like form bands and you know, serve the people, which is the main thing. It's just that behind the scenes, there's a lot of pillars by which a good and effective worship team is built around. Yeah, so I've been just going out there, working with leaders and seeing how we could structure and make sure that the place is really amazing for musicians and people who want to worship. Yeah.
So it's not just on the music, you know, the playing aspect, or is that a
Actually, in the last years, I think I've done less on the music side, done more on the structures. Yeah, and and of course, going to different churches and ask like, I think a lot of my experience has been with, like when musicians attend the workshops or they just have a good Q&A with me, like they just like to ask questions. You know, what is church culture like? Why does music work this way? Just the easy questions, the hard questions, all the questions. Yeah.
okay?
So it's been quite good to culture build. Yeah, for teams. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. And you actually have your own company
Yeah.
called Ministry,
Ministry of
of
Music.
Music. So I think you know it's probably you know closely related to what you mentioned. But I'm dropping in the website that you guys can check out more information, and you know just browsing through the website there. You know you have ministry analysis, leadership consultation, workshops, as well as master classes. So what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Oh, there's a get in touch button there.
Okay, so on the website through, and that will be email. I
Yeah,
assume.
it'll come through a form and then I'll
Okay.
reply by email. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. And of
Yeah.
course, you can look for Murph on social media as well. Yeah, and let him know, you know, if you guys are, you know, do you work with individuals as well, or is it mainly, you know,
When you say
through the
individuals,
church?
meaning
like just one-on-one type of?
Oh, okay. I not the one thing that I've just resumed pretty much this year is to do electric guitar coaching. So I don't do it at a ministry level, but I've decided to open up some slots this year, not so much for beginner guitarists who are not who are learning the craft, but people who are serving.
Yeah.
And I do have like a few slots where I coach them and kind of like mentor and share experience. So I think on the one-on-one side, that's what I do. Yeah, but the rest of it is very much at team level.
Cool. Yeah. So if you guys
Yeah,
playing
any
in a-
electric guitarists
Yeah.
out there, you can
Yeah.
come and
Contact him directly. And, if you are part of a church or
Yeah.
if you are a leader of a church watching, you can go to the website through the link that I sent earlier. And just get in touch and discuss. I
Yep.
think that's the best way. And so that has been keeping you, busy this period.
this
And
period.
what do you see the next few years will be,
For myself or for the church?
for,
myself.
for
okay.
yourself, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll be doing this a lot more. I'm not sure actually how long the season will last with the consulting. So I've just made myself available for local churches to do this. So I don't really know how long it will go. Yeah, but things that I'm excited about, probably working on a couple of albums, songs, getting a bit more into producing.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
and just meeting just churches, whether just teams out and about there. Also, I mean, given that my primary instrument is electric guitar, so taking on a couple of guys and just giving them whatever I know. Yeah, so I think it's just a season of imparting and giving back right now. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already can foresee you, writing and working on songs with us. We actually have a Christian EP that we're working on, about halfway into the process.
Exciting.
And yeah, we just and just even within the musicians that we've had on Beacon Live, that's enough, a strong enough pool of musicians to record many albums. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that for this year. And yeah, thank you again, Merv,
Thanks
for
having
being
me.
here.
Thank
And
you
it's
so
been
much.
inspiring to hear from you. And nice that you got to connect with some of your,
Your friends.
yeah, friends and ex, course mates as
Yeah.
well. And yeah, you guys can rewatch this episode anytime. And yeah, I'll probably cut up some of the performance clips and re-share it again. And yeah, next week we have Ethel Yap and Ronald Wong. They are just amazing couple. Can't wait to have them. They actually just had a newborn, but
cool.
they made things
Wow.
happen to still be able to be here. For about an hour. So they have actually a new worship album coming out as well. So can't wait to have them on, and then we'll take a break and regroup. And when we come back, we will actually be in a brand new studio space. So
exciting.
It's just been like 3-4 months that we've moved in, and now we're moving again. But God really works in amazing ways that we can't even fathom. So we're just going with it. So we're gonna take a short break because this space we'll be starting to move over to the new space, and then we'll come back in season 3, and we are looking to work with closely several organizations as well who are doing great work in our society, and we want to feature their stories as well. So the format will be similar, but I think we're gonna start expanding out of just the stories of musicians, but also just organizations who have been doing
Fantastic.
great work. So it's
Looking
gonna
forward,
be
man.
yeah. And once again, thank you to Chris Chua for sponsoring this session. And yeah, if you guys wanna feel inclined to sponsor any live streams or any of the work that we do, just get in touch, and we can see how we can use this platform to really spread just the stories and testimonies of God's goodness in all our lives, and and music as well. So thank you so much, guys, once again, and have a great rest of the week and great evening, and we'll see you next week at the same time.
Take care. God bless.
Thank you.